It's been a few weeks now that Colleen Ballinger has faced massive backlash for several things, from having been in group chats with minor fans where she talked about her personal life and asked them inappropriate questions, to being accused of having talked bad about fans to other fans, and when it comes to her tour, she's been called out for inappropriate fan interactions on stage. There's also stuff that has come out where other members of her family were also in these group chats, including her friend Corey, and her brother has also been called out for messaging minors as well, and that is just super inappropriate, those messages, especially since he said that his family told him he wasn't allowed to do that, and he did anyways. But it's truly just so crazy how all of this has happened, and the show is still going on for Colleen. She stopped posting on social media, but she's continued with her tour and hasn't said a word about any of the situation. In the beginning, I thought she might have been staying quiet in hopes of this all kind of just going away. But as more and more information has started coming out, more fans were speaking up about how toxic the fandom is/was, and they never felt like they could share their experiences talking or interacting with her until now. And with each story, it just seemed like there was no way this was going to just go away, but still there's silence from Colleen. I thought maybe that she wanted to get her upcoming shows out of the way and then she would say something, but it's still been silent and it's getting so weird. Some are speculating if she's lawyered up or not, or if she's hired some sort of crisis management. Who knows? But I truly don't know how she's been able to get up on stage and just go on with the show as if everything is butterflies and rainbows. Since everything, Colleen has had 3 shows. 2 of them were this weekend and one was like right in the heat of everything kind of coming out. And the next one isn't going to be for a few weeks. It's going to be on July 13th. The tour is set to end in September, and I wonder at this point if she's going to kind of wait it out the next couple of months until then to say something, because if she had to cancel her tour, that's money lost on her, and she's not uploading on social media right now, so this is kind of her big moneymaker. So I'm kind of thinking maybe she's just trying to ride it out this one last time or something, but that just sounds like a miserable mess, especially with the way that some people have started to buy tickets to the show to live stream it, and some were even booing at this one this weekend.
I can't believe I sat through that. Oh, someone's booing. Someone's booing. Someone's booing. Someone's booing. Someone is booing.
She did kind of make it aware at the show this weekend that she knows people don't like her. And I mean, the conversation is quite loud. Tons of news outlets have covered it by now. And at this point, it's hard for her not to know what's being said. But during the show, she had her husband Eric join her on stage and she asked if he was married. She was dressed as Miranda, so she was playing her character. And he was like, yes, and gave her a compliment. And then, well, you'll see her response.
What's your name, sir?
Eric.
Eric, okay. Eric here. Will you be my partner for this challenge?
Sure.
Are you married?
Yeah. To the best woman on the planet. Yes.
It's not what I heard.
Johnny, who used to work for Colleen on her tour, who I talked about in my last video, came out with his experience being on tour with her, working for her, what that experience had done to him, and how he was paid, everything. He ended up reacting to this clip of Colleen, and on Twitter he said, "I'm actually very bothered by Eric laughing like a giddy schoolgirl after Colleen made that tasteless joke referring to the situation last night. It makes me believe they're making jokes like that behind the scenes as well. No remorse or any regard for other people. Gross." Now this weekend she also got into it a little bit more, talking about how grateful she was for everyone who came to the show and saying it's been kind of crazy for her lately.
It's been a crazy, just kind of few years in general. Life is crazy. There's so many things to say, and I'm not going to say those things right now, but I do want to say that I am so appreciative of you guys, and I'm very grateful. Even though I already said that, I'm saying it again. It's one of the times, another time in my life where you guys have shown me a lot of love and support, as when we were all going through the pandemic together. That's when I kind of started vlogging.
She later ended up thanking moms in the audience who came to the show, since her audience is mostly younger. Some of them do come with their parents.
Moms in the room right now, if you could stand up. Clap for these women. Clap for these incredible, incredible women. You are all so amazing, and you're doing a great job. And I just wanted to tell you that. I'm very proud of you, and you're doing a great job. Being a mom is the most wonderful thing, but it is the hardest thing.
And I do feel like, because I've been seeing a lot of people say, who is even going to these shows anymore? I think because her audience are younger kids, especially with Miranda. Miranda is catering towards kids. That content, a lot of people might not think that it is for children, that it's not appropriate for children, a lot of the jokes and things that are said, but it is content that kids do end up clicking on. And so those are the people that are asking their parents if they can go to these shows, and some of them attend with them. Some people can't believe that parents let their kids watch this type of stuff, and they're like, aren't they being monitored? But that's a whole other thing. And a lot of people are also like, I can't believe all this stuff is going on and they're still letting their kids go to this show. But I just feel like these parents don't really know what's going on online unless they're actively on Twitter or they're looking at news sites all the time, because it's just recently kind of been starting to be talked about in mainstream media. And I feel like a lot of people that are younger and watching Colleen, they're looking at Miranda Sings, and a lot of parents are looking for Miranda Sings tickets. And they might just be totally freaking confused, like when they hear about Colleen Ballinger and stuff. Obviously, people should be looking into like who their kids are supporting and stuff like that, but I don't know if they actually are. So I don't even know if people in the audience really do know what's going on. Obviously, those that are buying tickets to just see what the shows are like now that all of this has happened, they know what's going on, but I don't know about everyone else. And as more has come out about what even happens at these shows, some people are wondering how the parents are okay with some of the things that are being said and done. Because obviously the parents understand the inappropriate jokes. And with there being children there, people are like, how are they not weirded out? And I actually did see that there was a warning on her website when you go to look at all of the dates for her shows that says this show is open to all ages and is rated PG-13 due to some adult references and expletives that appear briefly on a screen. So I guess it's one of those fine print, we warned you type of things to legally save her, but I found this really, really interesting given everything that's come out and been said. And I'm not understanding like how things are PG-13, but it's open to all ages, because I just feel like that's not making sense. But that's on her website. Now, I had mentioned previously that she had been called out for one particular challenge that she had done at her show where she brings a fan onto the stage, and it's for this yoga challenge. And a girl named Becky had come forward to talk about how uncomfortable it was for her when she was brought on stage to participate and how it left her feeling afterwards. And she sat down with Rolling Stone and they wrote, Becky tells Rolling Stone that even though she immediately felt embarrassed and exposed, she was afraid to speak up and be cut off from her idol and community. And that's really the thing that has been happening, is fans did not feel like the fandom was a safe space to come out and criticize Colleen in any way. And now they are able to come out and tell their story and feel like they will be heard and listened. And with Becky, she participated in the yoga challenge and just felt mortified and uncomfortable. She was laying on her back and Colleen had her legs in her hands and spreading them, and it was not a good look. Even though they were just doing a yoga challenge, the nature of it all was not silly and fun. It was giving weird, inappropriate. And Colleen this weekend ended up actually having her husband Eric participate in that part of the show instead of picking someone from the audience. And I'm guessing that's her way of addressing that without really saying anything. Becky ended up responding to seeing this, tweeting, if she ever apologizes, which I doubt anyways, this picture automatically makes her apology not valid in my mind. You know, she laughed about this afterwards and was like, oh my God, can you believe this is what that girl was upset about? And she clarified saying, apparently I have to clarify, LMAO, Colleen didn't actually say this. Me saying, you know, she laughed is me expressing how I would imagine she acted. So it just seems like Colleen still adding that segment into her show, even though it's just her and Eric now, is a little bit of a slap in the face that they're still doing it. But her making that change is kind of like her addressing it a little bit. Now, I really wonder if she will speak out, and if so, when, because it doesn't seem like this story is going away. And of course, when she does address it, the conversation will spark back up again. So there's no really avoiding it, But I want to know what you guys think about all this happened since the start of this. Let me know what you think about the stuff from this weekend's show. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.